Welcome back to the Harchava podcast. You made it to day 8 of our 12-day journey through the beginning of Nissan, and I am so glad you're here. After the elevation of day 7, where we stepped into royalty and responsibility in the energy of Tishrei, today we're going to shift into the energy of Menashe and the month of Cheshvan. Now, Cheshvan is interesting because it has no holidays, and it's kind of the counterpart to Iyar, but Iyar at least has Sphira, where there's a bracha made every single day. Cheshvan has nothing. No big moments, no spiritual fireworks. It's often referred to as Mar Cheshvan or Bitter Cheshvan because of that empty feeling, and I don't actually see it this way. In a calendar full of ritual and after the month of Tishrei, which was super full, I see Cheshvan as the pause, the landing. It's the place where all of that inspiration has to actually integrate into daily life. And Menashe, Yosef's older son, reflects that exact energy. So while his younger brother Ephraim is linked to spiritual inheritance and huge blessings, Menashe represents memory, continuity. His name literally comes from the root nasha, which means to forget, but not in the sense of erasure. It's in the sense of being removed from something and then returning to it in a deeper way. So Menashe was born in Egypt, in Geulah, in exile. And yet Menashe carried the spiritual DNA of his father and his grandfather and his great-grandfather, and he remembered even when everything around him made it easy to forget. So what does that mean for us? Well, today's energy is about bringing the spiritual into the ordinary, not letting our inspiration live in just the mountaintop moments like Tishrei, but in the laundry and your errands and your to-do list and all of the cleaning that we're doing right now and all of the cooking that we're getting ready to do, in the way that we respond to our kids when they ask for a snack again. Cheshvan is the invitation to let the divine live in your dishes. To remember Hashem in the middle of an unremarkable Tuesday. To be a vessel for holiness in places where no one else can even see. So if you've been waiting for a sign or a download or some kind of grand clarity before you step into something new, Menashe really is here to whisper, just start where you are. And this is where coaching methodologies and spiritual practice really align so beautifully, because often we think that we need to feel something magical before we take action, and it's actually the other way around. When we act, that creates clarity on what action to take next. When we show up, meaning finds us. When we bring intention into the ordinary, then suddenly the ordinary becomes something special. So for our embodiment practice today, I want you to stand or sit quietly and let your breath just slow down. Feel the surface beneath you, your feet, your seat. And I don't want you to close your eyes today. Today I want you to take a look around and take your hand and place it gently on something ordinary nearby. Be your table, your cup, your sweater, a pot, whatever you're near right now. And I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you touch this thing, just say softly, "This is holy too." And then find something different. And touch it gently. "This is holy too." Let yourself feel the stillness of Cheshvan, the groundedness of Menashe. That even when it would be easy to forget, we remember the spiritual truth of everything. That we remember that even without all of the drama and the fireworks, this moment matters. There's a really special secret in this day, in the energy of Menashe and Cheshvan, and it's that the people who live in alignment with their values in the ordinary moments, those are the people whose transformations actually last. because the inspiration will always wear off. The holiday glow fades, the highs will come and go, but if you hold on to your essence in the quiet, then you're anchored. And this quiet anchoredness, this is actually the beginning of Geulah. It's not a dramatic flash of light from the heavens. It's not this grand spiritual event that we're all just sitting around waiting for. Geulah is when we start to see everything as holy. When the line between mundane and sacred dissolves. We're coming out of Purim not so long ago, where we had this Adalo Yada moment of not even knowing the difference between Haman and Mordecai. What does that mean? It means that everything has holiness in it. Even the most ordinary thing, a stone, a dish, a hallway, a hand, is pulsing with this divine chayas, this divine life force that is being renewed every single moment. And we start to see that. In Hayom Yom, the Rebbe brings down the verse from the prophet Chavakuk that a stone will cry out from the wall and a beam will answer from the wood. And talks about the fact that this is literal, that in the era of Geulah, every object in the physical world is a container for divine energy, and we start to see that. When we're truly awake, when we have our eyes open, we hear it, we feel it. We live in a world where even the stones speak of Hashem. That's what today is about. Not tuning out until the next big thing, but tuning in to the light that's already here, to the voice of creation itself, to the Bereshis Bara that's happening every single second. So today, don't reach for more. Reach deeper into what's already present. Take your next action, whatever it is, with presence. Pour a cup of water for your kid with kavana. Wipe the counter like it's part of davening. Look at the world and know this is it. This is where the divine lives. This is Dir V'Tachtainim. It's here. This is Menashe. This is Cheshvan. This is Geulah. So I'll leave you with your journaling prompts, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 9, where we step into the energy of Binyamin and the month of Kislev, and we'll start to explore how to stay connected to light, even in the dark. But for now, breathe, notice, let the stones and the dishes start to speak. I'll see you there.